Hi Kiwi, alright, so we are back at Hades 1, and I've decided what I'm going to do today. Since I've lost my win streak, I'm going to take the aspect of Rama, I'm going to take the Shattered Shackle from Sisyphus, which increases all of our damage if we don't have an associated boon, and we're going to go and run a bow run with the intent of trying to beat this with no boons, and trying to get the custom dialogue that you get at the end of the run for not having any boons. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to change up this a little bit. I'll keep extreme measures. I think that's fine. And we'll max out on jury summons. I don't think more enemies is going to be the issue since we'll be able to kind of AoE a lot with Rama.
To break out again.
I just want to make sure I have enough time, so I'm not going to take tight deadline. So, full disclosure, I am once again back home. Okay, we're getting Dionysus to start.
As soon as you get up to Olympus, man, it's gonna be a feast like you have never seen. You mark my words. Now take this, and good luck.
Alright, let's see what we get. Attack, special. We'll take the special, because that's pretty good on Rama, honestly. It's very easy to stack up because of how the projectiles work. Obviously, the bulk of our damage is really going to be coming from our attack. Now, you're going to say, okay, you're going for a boonless run. You already just got a boon in the starting room. That is true, but I can sell those boons pretty quickly. I think all I need to make sure I have happen is I get the, I need to get to Hades without a single boon in my arsenal. So as long as I'm selling things in the blood pool, I think I'm going to be okay. And hammers are okay, but I'll take the special for now, and hopefully me having used it won't affect the run in any capacity. As far as what boons we actually want, or what hammer I'm hoping for, triple shot is always amazing, double shot is pretty darn solid, and power shot or any of the things that increase the base damage on the bow are always welcome here. But I think what I'll do is I'll stick to not using the special until I actually wipe the boon off of it now that I think about it. Blast wave around you, chain shot, twin shot. Alright, we'll take twin shot. So now I've effectively doubled my damage for no additional cost to me. Well, I guess it is a decreased range, but it's still effectively a flat double damage increase when we put it on paper, so we're fine. But like, look, the Celestial Sharanga is just so darn strong, completely unassisted, and mind you, probably the one issue I have to keep in mind that's going to be a problem is sticks, if I'm unlucky. I forgot to bring charges of Fated Persuasion, which would be particularly helpful for re-rolling boons. So realistically speaking, it's very unlikely that I'm going to get the no boon run on this attempt, but I figured I'd try for it. And it's a proof of concept, if nothing else. Again, I accidentally used my special earlier in this room, but I'm trying my best not to use it where I can. And, I mean, we're not getting much luck. I should have taken that Erebus Gate. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm rapidly realizing that this isn't going to happen the way I'd like it to. So maybe I just accept that this isn't the run for the boonless attempt. Because I think for this to realistically happen, I need Fated Persuasion. Which is the other reroll option from the mirror that lets you reroll rooms rather than boons that are offered. So, okay. Let's have a nice casual run then. I mean, honestly, that's all I could really ask for right now.
I'm always here, or close enough, to help you through whatever troubles you may face, my little goodling. So do not hesitate to call upon me,
We just had bad luck. That's all it boils down to. So we'll take the attack here for sure, because that's a really solid damage up on our attack. And we're getting more Dionysus, okay. I don't actually know what I want from him. His special is honestly enough for me. I appreciate that your special with this bow actually can bounce off of walls and make it really easy to hit things with. I think that's the first hit we've taken all run. Not bad, I have to say. Alright, Trippy Shot, Dash, or Bad Influence. You deal more damage when 3 or more hangover-afflicted foes are on the field. I guess we'll take that, Bad Influence. Because I've already got a core boon from Aphrodite and Dionysus, so now we're just hoping for their duos, I suppose.
Hard to see in all that red.
So, yeah, ultimately I think this isn't the run for the boonless run, as much as I wanted it to be. It's just not working out. For full context, I was in the process of saying this. I am back home again. Unfortunately, my Hades buffer has run out. I don't like recording.
What is it now? He's there. Get him.
I tried to avoid recording Hades outside of my house with Kiwi,
Surrounded.
just so that the audio of the game is consistent. Like, I'm trying to stick to, like, wherever I'm recording from is one game, but I'd like to keep Hades running on the channel, and my Hades buffer has run thin severely. Like, I think I'm probably only a couple days ahead. I do have a bunch of recordings of a Fury playthrough, and I'm planning on, while I'm home, recording Brilliant Diamond, I think it's called, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I know I've talked about it a number of times on this channel, but I have a very strong sentimentality around Generation 4 from Pokemon. Not that it's my favorite gen, but it's the gen that I started playing competitive in, so I have a lot of close memories with friends over those games. So they hold a very near and dear place in my heart. So
Fine, get out.
I guess I didn't really need to avoid the shop since I've sworn off the boonless run, but who knows? Maybe I can hold myself to it. We'll see what happens when I get to the end of this floor. If nothing else, this run will help me level up the Shattered Shackle, so that when I finally do my proper boonless run, I will be good for it. But I definitely think either Rama or Eris, the Eris Grail, the Eris Rail would be good options for it. But yeah, so like I'm most likely going to be alternating Hades with another series in the near future, just because Hades takes an hour to record each episode, and so I can record a different game with half that time. And especially these next 3 weeks, I am going to be, like, this is going to be the densest my work schedule is going to be until my my work season ends in November. So I need to take what I can get with my recordings. And so ultimately what that means is, again, Hades is going to be interspersed with some other games for a little while, just because I need to use my time wisely. But with all that said, come November, when I'm done with work for the year, I can just sit back and actually have time to pursue more passionate projects. We'll get back into Undertale. I'll start playing Ori again with random Disney movie critiques. I'm definitely going to play Nine Soul at some point in all of that. Possibly Sekiro as well. And as I mentioned, if I'm playing, the reason I'm able to play Brilliant Diamond is I have an Elgato capture card that I got for my birthday thanks to Kiwi. And I'm going to have a lot of fun playing around with that. I think I mentioned right now, Kiwi and I have been talking about what she'd want to watch, and it's either going to be Fuga Memories of Steel, or I think it's called Memories of Steel, or it would be
Stronger still.
what's it called? I'm blanking. Oh, Spiritfarer. Another one that's a contender, I would say, is Aegis Rim 13 Sentinel. It's another game that I'm not terribly familiar with, but basically all of these games fall into the narrative over gameplay camp, I would say, overall. Like, they probably have solid gameplay loops, but I know them more because they have very solid narrative loops. Like, certainly Spiritfarer, I know has a lot of, well, they all do, I suppose. I don't know enough about them to say what specifically makes them strong, but certainly they are well regarded within the spaces that I have heard about them from. So I am very eager to try any of these games out. I feel like gameplay-wise, Fuga has me most interested, but in terms of narrative, I would say,
Should help keep me going.
I guess I didn't need to buy this because I could have sold. Oh well. Let's see. Numbing sensation. Yeah, sure. That'll slow things down further. Okay. Let me see. Like, I only have 3 boons right now, so... Oh, no, I have 4 boons. Alright, if I hadn't bought that, I would have been able to purge all the boons. Yeah, alright, let's just accept that this isn't going to be the run where I do anything fancy. We'll upgrade the attack a little bit further. We'll talk to Charon. Honestly, what this run is about is making me feel confident that being on 3 hours of sleep,
back, ladies.
I can play, and I'll talk about that in a moment.
You know something, Redblood? In retrospect, I should have known this wasn't going to be a quick job.
It never is.
They say both gods and mortals are notoriously poor at estimating how long it takes to get anything done.
I am definitely poor at that.
Normally when I'm on the job, they grovel, then they scream. They shut up eventually, but not you. At least, Not yet.
Although I would say overall I'm pretty good at judging the time it takes for something to finish baking. A very necessary talent for my interests, I know. We have a lot of damage with this bow. We really do. Because we already have privilege status going. It's so easy to just get a stack of Aphrodite and Dionysus boons going, and then just that flat 40% damage just never goes away. And it's so damn strong. Look at her, she's gone. Obviously, like, if we're looking at the timer, I'm still taking my sweet arse time, but still.
See you later.
A sub 6 minute is still pretty solid, I would say. I mean, obviously, we're aiming for sub 5 minutes if
I'll
we're
just be a moment,
going
Father.
with proper tight deadlines.
Which to choose?
So, I could try and sell all of these and see what happens, and I'm almost inclined to do so and just try. Because I think there is a custom dialogue for selling over 5 boons as well. So why don't we do that?
There goes that one.
I'm keeping the dream alive. We still have 1 boon left. We wouldn't have if I had thought about it, but this is fine. We'll keep going with the Shattered Shackle onto
See you,
Asphodel.
Tartarus.
Worst case scenario, I'm just playing on a harder difficulty with one of my favorite weapon. I ended up going back to my old save file on the Switch, and I don't know why I thought I only had 54 runs. As it turns out, I had 84
You're
runs.
right.
Apparently, I can't tell the difference between 5 and 8.
I'm going to get through all this.
But that would explain a lot better how I made so much progress in my original playthrough, narratively speaking, within this game. And it looks like I was mistaken. It was not the Haribo. It was Rama that was my most used weapon by a country mile. I think I had at least 2 to 3 times more uses on Rama than I had any other weapon used. Whoop! Wasn't expecting him to jump next to me when I killed him. Where did it go? I saw it jump away. There it is. Alright. Nectar's leveling up the only boon we have, which is Bad Influence, which is completely useless now because we don't have a way to actually use it. I'm going to take these keys because they equate to Nectars from the Wretched Broker. And if we were using Fated Persuasion, it would offer me more rerolls. But what I realized is I can actually use the current rerolls I have to swap out the Blood Pool shop and potentially purge more boons if I do accidentally stack up more. But so far it feels relatively straightforward enough to avoid god boons here. Asphodel is a little bit easier because you usually are offered more options for where to go than Tartarus. Tartarus is intended to kind of get your run going by giving you more options or giving you more god boons than not.
Time's up.
I think the game refers to them as major versus minor finds. Eurydice would be cool, but given what we're running, there's nothing she stands to give us that will benefit us. So I think we'll just take the free HP here, especially since there's nothing to really gain from the shop other than meta progression items. I have gone on like a three-way tangent and never finished my original thought for any of them. So what is the next comment I have to offer? That's a good question, Jeff, because I think I've lost my train of thought 3 different times. I guess finishing on games to play. So because I have the Elgato, I'm planning on playing Brilliant Diamond, or sorry, Brilliant Shining Pearl. There we go. I can't keep it straight. But basically, I want something just chill, cozy, and familiar for me, and nothing says chill and familiar more than Pokemon. Granted, I'm going to ruin that mentality a little bit by playing a Nuzlocke challenge, but even then, Pokemon was my special interest growing up. I was just such a Pokemon head. I think I calculated it in graduating grade school. I had like over 10,000 hours clocked across all the games of Pokemon I had played, which is absurd to me. Granted, I know I have other games that have probably exceeded that by now. RuneScape, I mean, if I look at my adventure log in RuneScape, I think I've reached at least a full year's worth of in-game time. Like, not playing for a full year, I mean, all the minutes counted during my playtime on that game amounts to greater than a year's worth of time. Which, okay, maybe if I put it in perspective, that's a 30th of my life, but still that feels like a lot for a single game. It's a wild and vaguely concerning thought when you put that on paper. Thankfully, I don't have to think about it too much anymore. I'm going to change subject. But yeah, I guess I should also comment on the whole, yeah, I'm on 3 hours of sleep currently. What happened was, so as I mentioned, I am back home. I have a pretty grueling work schedule for the next 3 weeks, and I'm taking that work closer to the home that I used to grow up on rather than the house that I live with Kiwi. And so I traveled overnight because I have to travel through some pretty populous areas where traffic is an abject nightmare, and the roads are very windy and confusing for me, and it's just so much less stressful and takes at least 2 to 3 hours less time to travel if I just altogether avoid those busy roads by driving overnight in like the early AM. So I left home at like 11 p.m. and I got home at about a quarter to 4 a.m. So that's like a 4.5 hour drive. But it's so pleasant just driving at night when you don't have to deal with anything else around you. We'll take the Athena room here just so that I only get 1 boon, and then I can hopefully only get 1 boon and then sell it. Again, I think for us to get the custom dialogue, we just need to make sure that we have no boons when we fight Hades. So ultimately what it boils down to is our Styx RNG. We have to get lucky. But I think I've already impressed upon you, given how strong this bow is, that comboed with the Shattered Shackle, honestly, the Shattered Shackle, while you don't get any like special effects that the other god boons give you, it does give you a substantial amount of damage up. Like, if it was fully upgraded, I think right now it's only sorry about that. It's gonna unfortunately happen every now and again while I'm visiting home, where my parents decide they need my assistance with something because I exist in the house, and then I have to go help them with that. So I'll just have to delete out the next the last 6 minutes of recording.
Why, you wield Coronach the Heartseeker. I never took you for an archer, though the power of that bow is undeniable. Use it wisely.
It is quite strong. Alright, so it doesn't particularly matter what I take here, so I guess I'll just take the dash. Because honestly, losing the damage on the attack would be worse. So yeah, we'll just take the dash. And I guess we'll take another HP here. I'm just going to save up all my coin for the Titan Blood on the final floor. I may as well. Hopefully the audio quality hasn't changed too much between the pause I just had to do. I can't really control that. To get in and out of this setup down here in my parents' basement is a nightmare. This room is a disaster scene.
I have longed to hear the sound of your hiss, Lenny.
Genuinely, like, it is like I have wedged myself into a corner in a chair that I cannot move, and tried to fit my microphone to the best of my ability within a location that I can use it. But the setup here is an abject nightmare to maintain. I'm just gonna say that and let it be known. I am discontent. Okay, come on. For some reason I couldn't attack. I'm not sure. I guess I was just a little too slow. I just have to reset. I'm a little frazzled as usual. Like, it really isn't even a matter of my parents trying to like be with me. It's just need to move the car because our driveway has way too many cars because every person in this house has to drive a car for their own job. So unfortunately the driveway is
Like that.
not ideal. And yes, we could park alongside the street, but I have a number of shattered windows to say that is a terrible decision because our neighbor's lawnmower really likes to spit rocks, and unfortunately that hasn't gotten fixed. The windows have, but not the lawnmower. So, needless to say, we don't leave our cars on the street anymore because we just are not afforded that option by the people we live next to, or they live next to, I suppose. I got an out. I left. I left for higher for better options. But anyway, so what I was saying before I left, if I recall, was I was commenting on the Shattered Shackle. So currently we only have the second tier of the Shattered Shackle, which I am going to assume gives us 75% increased damage for any slot that does not have a boon.
Done bashing heads for now.
But if we got to tier 3, like the third... Oh, there's a fish in here. I heard the ding. Where is it? Where is it? Fishy, here, fishy. There we go.
Here, fishies.
Oh gosh, and there we are, sharing a brain cell yet again. Anyway,
Come on out. That's one more fish
so
for
if we
me.
got it to its 3rd level, I believe that would grant it 100% increased damage for all non-god afflicted boons or attack slots.
I trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
So let's go ahead and sell both of these boons, and now I'm officially
Extra coin.
boonless again. Now, in theory, I have now potentially triggered a different dialogue where I have purged 5 boons, and that might take precedence. I don't actually know. We'll take the Light of Ixion here. If I get a hammer offering, I will take that instead, but I'm willing to risk it and see, because chaos boons don't count for that dialogue to my understanding, so I'm still happy to take a chaos boon, and anything to further increase my base damage on attack or special, honestly, would be great. Let's see what we're offered, though. Dionysus or the hammer. The odds of us getting offered another hammer are fairly low, and I'd rather take the hammer, honestly, so I wasted some coin, but we'll easily earn it back in sticks, I'd like to think. I think what it ultimately boils down to is if I do end up... I think what I do is for sticks, I try to roll a room that does not have a god boon at the end of it. And then if I do get a room with a god boon at the end of it, I hopefully... Well, I don't really have an option. I hope for a blood pool in the final room if I can find it. Probably won't happen, but I mean, look at this. Like, our base damage with the Shattered Shackle without it even being fully upgraded is pretty wild. It is actually giving us a higher base modifier than the Aphrodite boon I took for the attack, assuming it is the 75% increase. Your power shot is easier to execute and deals 150 damage. So this is a really strong combo. Duo shot with perfect shot. Because now I hit twice for 150% more damage, assuming I am willing to risk the full charge up, which with a bow, if you start charging from a distance, is overall relatively easy to do. But like, look at that. That's a flat. We have no boons, and I am doing 800 damage without accounting for the splash effect that the Sharanga gives, or the aspect of Rama gives. So I'm using those names interchangeably, but the Celestial Sharanga and the aspect of Rama are the same thing. It's just they actually give a name to the weapon beyond the aspect name. But like, look at that. We can pop these guys immediately if I get the power shot off. Obviously, there's a big if on that, if I can't be allowed to play with the chariots chasing us, but...
Much better.
Alright, we'll take... Ooh, okay, shop. We'll just take the shadow here, or the darkness here. Oh, perfect, Thanatos.
You called?
And this is a pretty small room, so it should be pretty easy to deal with
I
enemies.
got the feeling you could use some backup here.
They can't go hiding off and get Thanatos.
You wretches are coming with me. You are next.
That's annoying. I was out of range. I think I'm actually losing here, so I need to... Oh my goodness, I actually am losing here. Alright. I can save it if I pop them fast enough, so I just need to... I need to charge up the power shot while I can.
It's over.
Just focus on killing what I can. I think that's what it boils down to.
Die.
There we go. Alright, I think I have enough of a lead that... Oh, I'm not even going to bother with the shielders. I'll deal with the things that are easier to kill. He's going to get both of those. Okay, save that one. And that one left his little ring of death. That's funny. Oh, shoot. Well, I thought I killed that. Oh, well. Wow, there are a lot of enemies in this room. Well, I guess that's level 3 jury summons, isn't it? I think we're in a very solid winning spot, though. We'll have to try to beat us now. Or I don't think he has the option of beating us anymore.
That one's regenerating.
There we go.
Chamber secured.
Okay.
I'll take more down next time.
Take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of Zagreus on the wall. I don't know.
Anything I need?
I don't think I really need the HP here, but I have the coin. I may as well take it and just have an easier time with Theseus and Asterius, I guess.
Better.
And here I don't get a choice about who I have to take, or I have to take a god boon, so I'm going to take the Dionysus boon here, even if it requires a mini-boss.
I am returned once more to my more earthly capabilities, Short One, and I'm able to move freely once again.
Oh, basically what he's saying is he's not wearing his fancy armor anymore.
Fine change of pace, Asterius. Who needs that old spectacular custom-fitting suit of legendary armor anyway?
You mock me, yet you know nothing of being trapped, enclosed in something and unable to break free. I need no armor to fight you.
I wonder what happens if we reduce the extreme measures for Meg and for Lerny as well. So we're just gonna we're just starting with the fight with that, but like look at that, we're doing 1,000 damage, and that's again not accounting for the extra like 48% damage that the passive effect of Rama has if you hit an enemy with the special. The Celestial the aspect of Rama is just so inherently strong just at base value.
Enough.
Such an easy fight with this. Yeah, it's no wonder that I found Rama the best weapon for me. It fits my playstyle the best.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, let's see. I don't want any of this, but it doesn't really matter what I want, so I guess we'll just take the... No, I don't want to lose the damage on the attack. We'll take the Trippy Shot, I guess. We'll take Trippy Shot, because I'm not using the cast for much anything anyway. Although I guess I do give up my passive that makes my Bloodstone make my enemies take increased damage if I have a stone in them, but I'm not really using that to its best effect even on a good day, so I think we're fine. Certainly not when I'm not running a semi-cast-centric build, at least. But it's fine. Alright, where is the enemy that... I'm like, where is this guy? Like, I can't wait till we actually do go up against Hades, because even if I do have a boon or two, they're not going to be like core boons. It'll be as close to a no boon run as I can get this to be, honestly. At least without Fate of Persuasion. And I do imagine that our damage is going to be pretty impressive, all things considered. Well, may as well use this, because these guys are a pain in the arse to deal with otherwise.
The power of the gods.
Oh hey, Shattered Shackle just fully upgraded, which means our attack is going to do even more damage. And I believe that is a 100% damage increase then. Let's see, gems or keys? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's take the gems for the coin they give and the meta progression. Again, if I was running a different mirror setup, I would probably have taken the alternative. So maybe I just do this run again in a little bit. I've proven that I don't have to try too hard to make it work. But honestly, this does feel like it's stronger than the standard boon build just because of how much extra damage Sisyphus' keepsake gives. Granted, these chariots are kind of the counter to me as a person as well as a player. Like, they're just difficult to deal with. I'm gonna try and pop them, as many of them as in that egg as I could, but unfortunately, that was only one, and it was just its armor. There we go. Okay, they're dealt with. We're fine. What does this offer? Coin, we'll take it.
That is private property.
It's my property now.
Let's make this quick.
Just try and get this shielder taken care of as quick as possible, because he's the biggest time sink for killing. I see there's a splitter up here, and now there isn't.
Worthless wretches.
That was a pretty solid, I would say. What are we getting now? Coin or HP? We'll keep going with the HP, because there's no question about me getting enough coin. Actually, I guess there is if I can't run, if I have to, well, we'll see. I'm going to be selling boons. Yeah, I should easily reach the 1,200 coin, although I do believe they offer the... If you buy the Titan Blood upon entering Styx, it's actually offered for 100 coins less, and then if you do a chamber in Styx, then it goes up to the 1,200 cost. Ugh, Chariot. We're actually fine. Goodbye, HP. For the Chariot, specifically. Our HP is fine. I still have a whole 2 Death Defiances on top of everything else, so I'm sitting relatively pretty, all things considered. I feel like there was an egg, or there was a Revenant, but I didn't see where it went. There were at least 2 Revenant. Oh, there's one. Is that where it was? Well, we got it now. Okay. What else can I talk about in the meantime? Because clearly I am in a safe spot and don't have to use too many mental resources to be able to offer some sort of meaningful commentary. Well, I guess, like I was saying, I'm pretty much looking... I guess... Right, so I was talking a little bit about what I'm going to be doing next on the channel while I'm at home. Like I said, I think since I'm learning how to use the Elgato, I want to do kind of the more casual approach to things.
I'll take it.
I just bought gems and some passive HP drops from enemies. Since we have Jury Summons, they should pretty reliably drop some HP for me, I'd like to think. We'll see, but I may as well take it. I have so much coin to spare, and I'm only going to get more. Presumably, sticks should offer me at least 1 coin room. One would like to think. We'll see how it actually plays out in reality, but... but anyway, so I figure Pokemon is a really good option for me because it's familiar, and then I don't have to worry about mastering a game while also mastering a setup that way. Because certainly when I started this channel, it was rough having to like play Hollow Knight, offer good commentary, and then also figure out like how do I even want to do this? And I've stuck with the Let's Play format because it's simple, it's easy, it's exactly what this channel is intended for, helping Kiwi fall asleep. Although I am, as I mentioned, once November comes and I have a little more free time, I really am mulling over the idea of some more involved projects, things that I'm thinking about. One, kind of a deep dive into an MMO that I have been playing for honestly a decade and a half now, if I think about it. Longer than not as long as RuneScape, mind you. But it's a little more niche, and RuneScape everyone talks about, everyone knows about RuneScape, so why would they want to listen to some rando just talk a bunch about that game? When, not that I think people will be particularly interested in this other video that I'm mulling over, but basically the game is Dungeon Fighter Online. It is an MMO that I have been playing for years, and it's an MMO that's actually very, very popular in the East. One of the highest grossing MMOs in the world. If you
Ready yourself, Asterius, my friend, for our most hated enemy has come to challenge us again before this loving crowd.
I don't understand this place at all. How is it you're still champion after all this time? After losing repeatedly and often, I mean.
What would you know of it? There's more, much more to being a champion than empty victories. It is a way of thought, a bearing, a certain dignity which you shall never have.
Look, we're still getting custom dialogue after all this time.
Fight me in the open, fiend, or are you quite afraid? Asterius!
Aw, they named it did he say Delta Strike? I didn't see the subtitle if he said it out loud. Oh, shoot. I knew I just barely outranged him for that hit, but that was kind of spicy. I just want to use my power shot. Let me use my power shot. I want to see that sexy, sexy damage. Alright, see you later, Asterius. Bye-bye. Oh, he got me. Theseus just saved his best buddy. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, Bullman. There we go. Oh my goodness. I will be very upset with myself if I lose a Death of Defiance to this fight in particular. But I've got these guys. I've got these guys' formula. I know how to deal with them. I can't fully charge up my power shot here because I'll get hit by Poseidon, but now I can. And there he goes. Ooh, that was brutal. Poor dude didn't stand a chance.
Very nice.
That was for you, good shade.
Yeah, I know my Rama. I feel so confident playing the Rama most of the time.
Tread lightly.
This will easily be the first build that I beat
Don't know any other way.
32 heat with. All right. Wish me luck, Kiwi.
That's one less boon.
We're back to being boonless. Aspect of Rama, twin shot, and perfect shot. Yeah, hammers I know don't count for as boons because the Daedalus isn't a god, I believe. I think maybe he is. I clearly my knowledge of Greek mythology is showing, despite my love for this game's presentation of it. I clearly don't fully know. And honestly, so Black Myth Wukong has come out, and it's obviously taking the internet by storm if you're paying attention to any sort of news articles centered around gaming. But oh, no discount for me, eh, Charon? Gee, thanks, mate. I guess we have to hope for a coin chamber. Let's see.
Where would I be?
Okay, so we've got 2 out of 5 chances to hopefully find ourselves the Satyr Sack. The odds aren't necessarily in our favor, but they're there. I'm gonna go for the HP first because if I find first chamber Satyr Sack, then I get the coin and I can go straight for it. I can just go straight for Hades with no boons. Just watching them pop from the splash damage was kind of funny there. not a fan of the Satyr enemies in this game. They seem to be one of my weaker, like one of the enemies I have a much harder time dealing with, especially if they're on, I don't think it's Calisthenics program. I forget which one it is, but the one that makes them attack a lot faster. They are rough to deal with that debuff going. Alright, can I afford anything fancy here? Yeah, we'll take the HP, move speed, and yeah, we'll just take the move speed here, or the HP rather, because that still keeps me above the 1200 I need for the.
More satyrs. Oh, I hate this stuff.
All right, I need to find a pool to heal from. Such an annoying set of enemies. Like, see, I don't know why my brain just doesn't process them well. And I'm letting that poison damage trick because I don't... Oh my goodness, Kiwi. Alright, I clearly cannot play with power shot on these guys. I just need to... Wow. Yeah, I think that's part of the issue. Like, the way I am prone to dodging, they shoot a three-way attack. So I just dash to the side, but end up dashing into it. Was that guy even aiming for me? It didn't look like it. Okay, that time it was. Hopefully that killed him, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. They also, it doesn't help that they turn on a dime. Like, I try to strafe around them, and then they're just... I have gotten hit by every single satyr spittle. Oh my goodness, Kiwi. I am actually getting tilted by it. Okay, okay. I need to find a way to deal with these. Oh, wait. Oh, for a second I thought I still had Trippy Shot. Okay. It doesn't help that they have armor, so I can't easily hit them or knock them out of their attack animation. Alright, I'm just gonna have to kill what I... Oh my goodness, Kiwi. I am so... I don't know why I'm having this much struggle, but I am. Okay. Okay, I am really, really tilted right now. I gotta kill something. I need to kill something and get it out of this room. Maybe the trick is just waiting for them to actually fire their shot before I try to dodge it. That seems to be working a bit better for me. Okay. And there we go. I think I've taken more damage in this singular room than the entire run total. And it feels really bad. Alright, moment of truth. Is the game going to humor us and grant us the run that I would like? I guess one other option is I could take one of the god rooms and then hope that a blood pool shows up and save the coin room for last. I don't know what the right choice here is because I can't re-roll these. I guess I'm gonna go for the coin room and hope. And then if we're unlucky, we're unlucky. And okay, I need to kill the satyr before anything else. I cannot live while this satyr survives. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna learn how to use the Elgato with Pokemon. Because then I don't have to think much about the game while I think about the setup, like I was saying. And then, if that goes well, then I move on to other Switch games. Definitely Pikmin. Pikmin and the Mario 3D All-Stars collection are going to be like the top of my list of games that I'm likely going to play for this channel using the Switch. At some point I'll probably play some Bloodborne, I hope, but that's not going to be for a bit. I've definitely got some more setup before I even try playing with the PlayStation. The Switch is portable, which makes it a lot easier to just mess around with it with my setup. Because again, I think I've emphasized the fact that my setup is kind of slapped together very painfully. But I'm looking forward to it. I am genuinely having fun rolling with this channel. The highs and the lows that come with it are felt. Ah, shoot. Alright, so we're unlucky. I don't think there's a way to make this a no-bone run now. But at the very least, we can... I just one-shot that mini-boss there. That was pretty wild.
Time to collect.
Well, I guess if we can't get one boon, we may as well get all the boons. Or if we can't have no boons, we'll get all of the boons. So, who benefits us the most here? Probably Aphrodite if we get her back on the attack. So we'll take the mini-boss room and hope that the Satyr Sack shows up here. And then I do think maybe what I do is I do the extra chambers and hope that a blood pool shows up. So maybe I can sell everything. There's no guarantee on that, It would have been fine if I had Fated Persuasion here. I would have actually been fine. Like, even one charge would probably have been enough, honestly. So this is entirely my fault. This was avoidable. But we almost managed. We've been relatively boonless. We have been boonless for the entirety of Elysium, I believe, which is pretty good. But yeah, I figure we'll play this out and see how it goes. We'll do the extra chambers. I mean, I'm making a pretty solid time on this playthrough. Relatively speaking, I suppose. I did lose a Death Defiance against in a largely unnecessary way. I'm genuinely disappointed in myself for how much struggle I had in that room, but I somehow got so very, very tilted. Alright, do we have another mini-boss? Probably. Nope. Okay, Satyr Sack.
Satyr Sack. Olympus, I accept this message.
Cool, we got her attack. So that's
Goes down smooth.
that's just a 6% damage loss. But at least it weakens foes.
Right up.
So I guess let's take these extra rooms and see if maybe I can find a pool. It would need to be in the end chamber because I have to get the god boon, and then I need to get and then I need to sell it. So if it's any chamber before then, I am out of luck. I love that I know I can just kill an enemy from a distance by killing its partner. Alright, so the way to deal with these guys that I wasn't doing properly, and in my defense, I couldn't really do it well because they had armor, but if I just stagger lock them like that, I can deal with them just fine. It was just everything in that room was really poorly aligned for my brain to deal with, I suppose. I do think Athena's attack might be really strong with this weapon. In fact, I'm sure it is. I see there's a secret gold pot right there. I saw it. It was sparkling from behind that pillar. Alright, Kiwi, what are the odds that we get the blood pool? The dream isn't dead, but the dream is unlikely. I don't even know if you can get one in these end chambers. I'm making the assumption that you can because I believe I have found them in the end chamber before. I just can't confidently say for certain. We'll find out. Oh gosh, that's a lot of lasers. Alright, no blood pool in this one. Alright, I need to get a power shot off. That'll kill a bunch of them. There we go. But what do I want to say beyond that? I think that's really the long and short of it is there will be a bit of staggering of videos on the channel like there used to be, and I'd rather do it that way just so that there's a variety. I like variety. Hades has been a comfort, but I don't want this channel to just be Hades. I never wanted this channel to just be Hades, and if you're listening to this and join the channel just for Hades, well, either way, I appreciate your visit, but you must understand that there are a lot of games that I love and wish to share with Kiwi, and while Hades is absolutely probably one of my #1 games for that camp, it is not my only option. Okay, can we not? Can we, oh my goodness, Kiwi, so many lasers. Alright, I need to just get damage off. I seem to be easily overwhelmed by numbers right now. And satyrs. Satyrs are a problem. Maybe I'm just psyching myself out by the snake stones a little bit too much and shouldn't be doing that. Alright, special and oh here, let's gain HP with Nectar.
I'll take it.
And now my attack does extra damage. Alright. So we've got one more chamber we can hunt through and hope for a blood pool. If nothing else, if I do find a blood pool in an earlier room, what I will do is I will sell all the boons that I have so that we are the closest thing we could possibly be to the boonless run, even though it's not a true boonless run. And we'll settle for what we can get. Oh my goodness, Kiwi, I am so tired of seeing this poison animation on me. Or this poison effect. Like, I'm genuinely unafraid of Hades with this build. I feel like I am. Maybe I shouldn't. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be, but I definitely feel that I am not afraid right now. That'll likely be a foolhardy situation, but...
Hello?
Hello. I mean, think about it. I know Hades' base moveset, like, not extremer measures, but I know basically all of his moves. And I have trouble dealing with it when I'm a melee build, but when it comes to ranged builds, I am incredibly safe overall. Like, I'm still gonna have the stray hit, I'm going to get betrayed by a pot, like always. Those sorts of things are just going to happen because that's me. That's my luck, that's my playstyle, that's my skill level. I guess my skill cap, if you will, maybe. But beyond that, I feel very confident that... And this may be another instance of Jeff's confidence to karma kicking in, where I have all this unearned confidence, and I'm going to get schooled because of it. But I still feel like I can make it happen. Alright, moment of truth. We see this little corner. Nope. No blood pool. So unfortunately, the boonless run is dead, so we're just going to take everything we can get. Well, okay, maybe not. We'll see. I do have a whole lot of coin. I can afford a whole bunch of boons in the last bit of the shop. So I may do that just for fun. I've certainly taken enough damage to almost lose my second Death Defiance, which isn't a great look going into Hades. Oh, good. Love it when enemies just spawn right on top of me and deal damage. Okay, that's a lot of good damage. Just need to kill things. Basically, get the stacks up and deal damage where I can. Oh, when did I get poisoned? Well, there goes my life. Oh, you know what? I ran into the grate. I'm just gonna die here. That's fine, I guess. I guess that's just how it is. Alright, we got the satyr down, and we're killing the snake stone. Again, my confidence is wavering maybe a little bit, but I still feel pretty good going into Hades.
Your father, Hades, and I share a common fate, each having lost a child fully grown. Except that he's a hollow fool whose child left. Whereas my daughter never would have. Ever. We know something you don't know. Oh, that's gonna make it feel even worse when she finds out. Let's see, what do we want? We'll take the chill, because that'll make it so... the Mistral Dash, because that'll make it so that we can apply status privilege, I guess. Take that juicy 40% damage increase. Alright. Oh, there's the fish. Give us the fish. Where's the fish? Fish, please. There we are.
So serious on guard duty. Come on up.
Well,
Looks like a gap.
lesson learned. So maybe I just do this again, but I'll try it with a different weapon, just so that it's not the same thing over and over again. We've certainly proved that it's possible. Or maybe I just do a couple other runs, and then I'll try this again later. Let's take the pomegranate and get that on the attack first. Then, I guess we have so many... I don't know what I want here. I don't need it. We've got enough to prove.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
I like snacks. Thanks, Jeff. Very poignant commentary.
One boy.
Cerberus was treated to a snack. Alright, let's round out this run and call it a day. This run was mostly for me to test my setup, my current setup, and then I'm going to set up the Elgato and the Switch and start playing Pokemon and hopefully get a couple episodes out.
Already here? Seems our underworld still has many failings I shall have to deal with after this.
Not even a commentary for all the boons I got rid of? Oh, that's lame. Alright. That's fine. We can just do this. It's fine. Oh, and because he's chilled from the Demeter dash, I can actually pretty reliably get all my damage off. Okay, maybe I am a little cocky. Okay. Just gonna try and spread the chill around so that he gets slowed. If he's slowed, he really can't do much against me. Just look at us, just popping his HP. Try and get rid of his friends while I can. If we're not allowed to have friends, Dad isn't either. Dad never lets us go outside and play.
That one's come back.
Come walk towards me. There we go. Perfect. You gotta really appreciate the slowdown effects that Demeter gives. Like, Demeter's boons are overall, I think, regarded as kind of the weaker options, but they are really good for safe level play. Chill is a very potent ability when used in the right hands. Should probably get rid of this Exalted Shade at some point, shouldn't I?
Your mother already begins to call you.
Whatever will you do about it, Father?
Impertinent.
He mad. He's jealous.
One's rearming.
We're just gonna let that rearm. That's fine. Kill what I can. Dodge what I can't. Or don't dodge what I can't. Whoop. darn it, I was locked in the animation. I couldn't dodge. Okay, so things are way sketchier than I would have liked. So, confidence to karma, Kiwi. It always happens this way, doesn't it? I think we got him, though. There we go. All right, phase 2. I do have to play pretty safe here, but I'm ready for him. I'm ready for him. Especially if he just chooses to shoot the wrong way, that helps.
No more.
I mean, if he keeps shooting lasers, I can be pretty safe about this. I can survive about 4 hits from him, I believe. And I mean, if he's gonna give us free damage by summoning pots, then by all means. How about that for some really well-timed dodges? That was pretty fancy, right? I guess that's what I have to realize about how you deal with Hades, is you need to not... Oh, lasers. I could probably dash into him and get a whole lot of free damage, but I don't want to risk it. He's very laser happy this run, I have to say. Well, I was gonna say we did no damage, took no damage on his last phase, but I've completely botched that now. Oh god, more lasers. Okay, these pots are gonna kill me. Oh goodness. Okay, Kiwi, we've got him. Oh no, oh, I'm one hit from death. I need to wait for his cast to wear off on me. I don't trust that that pot won't blow up. All right, we're going for it. Finish him off with the special. There we go. Okay. That was a tad closer than I would have liked it to be.
You have your mother's perseverance. How is it that you got this strong? I cannot remain.
Oh well, we got the win. A little disruption by my parents definitely knocked the wind out of my sails a little bit in terms of commentary, but we did it. We did it.
My weapon shuddered at the touch of it.
And hey, we got a bunch of...
The limitless variety of fauna dwelling on the surface brings to Zagreus no shortage of delight. Though when he makes an effort to communicate with one, its eyes so full of calm intelligence, he learns that bears are not as gentle as they seem.
Mauled to death by a bear. Imagine if the gods were just taken out by bears. Those are some fun mods, I bet. Just upload the bear mod to, like, I don't know,
did pretty well that time.
God of War or something.
Welcome to the House of Hades. Just come on in.
But it's a shame that Hypnos does not have any commentary about death by bear, because I feel like he should. He has commentary about all the other ways we die. Why can't he have about this?
You can't be serious. You're serious? You know what? Fine. I'll take this and we'll go about our business. Though I don't see why you bother.
It's because we love you.
Why I bother? Why, how else can I show you how I feel except by handing you these bottles from time to time? Than, my blade, the one I'm borrowing from father anyway, it revealed to me an older aspect of itself, of Nemesis. Nyx never mentions her. Have you two ever met?
I have.
In case you haven't noticed, most of us who sprang from Nyx, we are not exactly close. Nemesis is fully occupied meting out justice on the surface. Our paths are not designed to cross. And based on everything I know, that's fine with me.
I'm sure she's lovely then.
I have, mixed opinions, let's say.
I've had the opportunity to use your aspect of Varatha, sir. So you once wielded it yourself. It fills me with a hunger for battle even more so than usual. A bit of your fighting spirit, perhaps.
Be very wary of that spirit, lad. It was what brought me here before my time. Although that spear indeed once served me well. A parting gift from my old master Chiron. He cautioned me as I'm cautioning you. Though may you be a better listener.
That's the name of one of the bow aspects, Chiron.
I can't imagine you weren't always a good listener, Achilles.
Interesting to hear those names and the relationship of Achilles to Chiron, which I was unfamiliar with. All right, Orpheus, what have you got to say?
Hey, Orpheus. I take it you know all about the time I burned my father's hands to a crisp the moment I was born. He grasped me by the feet, and they caught fire. And that's why he still wears those fancy rings, to cover up the hideous scar tissue.
Gods can have scars?
But that is such a splendid tale, Zagreus, deserving to be sung both far and wide until it turns into the stuff of myth, as deathless as the gods themselves. I'll gladly tell that one about.
Great.
Well done.
Cute.
I sense the growing darkness in you, child. I am so very proud of you. You always have been capable, yet now you seem to radiate with newfound power.
I'm getting somewhere, I guess.
Oh, let's give some nectar to both of these lovely gals. Can I, let's see, yeah, I'll buy a couple.
Seems like a good deal.
Just trying to keep myself at around 5. Although we may get some from this, turning in the fish. Gems, keys, nope, just gems and keys. That's fine though. Oh, and I actually can't give Dusa any more nectar just yet.
Patch up the seating, update the menu, clean the stove, stock the honor bar, sweep the rug, dust the rafters, mop the flooring, pay the broker. Oh, sorry, Prince. Way behind on my assignment, so if you'll excuse me, please.
Dusa, wait, before you fly away, there must be something I can do to help pitch in with everything. Doesn't matter how good you are at your job, what you're describing, that's more than one individual can handle.
Your Highness, please. I know you mean well, but I have this. Wish everybody wouldn't doubt me all the time. Like that house contractor just gets to stand around waiting for work orders. Unless they come from me, then no.
Oh, that might be my fault. I've been giving the contractor lots of work. Some of those lounge orders must be coming from you, right? This place is really shaping up.
What? Wait. Then you're the one who's been authorizing all these improvements? Oh my. Ah!
Just trying to help. Got you some more of that contraband you like? Don't suppose I could help you put it away or anything?
I guess I'm a little unclear if I assume Dusa wants the lounge to get improved, and she's just frustrated the house contractor won't accept the things the request she's putting in until Zagreus approves them. That, or she's overwhelmed because Zagreus is effectively giving her more work by adding all these things to the lounge. I'm unsure which.
Look at me, Zag. You think that all these gifts will make things go back to the way they were? They won't. It isn't possible. We may be immortals, but we're older now.
I'd hope we're wiser too.
So yeah, this is the interesting thing about how relationships in this game work, is as you stock up nectar on different characters, they reach a point where you can't nectar them any further until you get a certain specific bit of dialogue, and then I think ambrosia unlocks that next tier, and more ambrosia after that potentially furthers that as well. So see, Thanatos, Meg, inevitably I'm sure Dusa is also, yep, she's capped. But you can see there are more hearts to come after we get that little thing unlocked. So all the while we'll be gradually deepening our relationships with them. Let's go ahead and renovate the lounge a little bit before we call it a day on this episode. We are running a bit long, so I won't take too long. Let us go ahead and buy this prism sphere revolving. House decor reflects light in a vividly hypnotic pattern.
Well, I don't see why not.
Because every lounge needs a
If
disco
some
ball.
light refracting orb won't fill the lounge with revelry, I don't know what will.
There we go. Ooh, it's even got butterflies. Perfect. That's a very extra decoration, and we're here for it. And then, shortcut, Great Hall, adds a discreet new western entrance to the
Let's
lounge.
go with this. Huh, maybe I can use this to avoid Father's withering gaze and unwanted feedback.
You know his gaze stretches throughout the hall. I honestly would prefer it not being, that hole in the wall not being there, but what can we do? Alright, let's go with the fire pit wood burning.
Let's go with this one then. Should make the climate in the lounge a bit more comfortable for some of us.
Now we have a nice little fire pit there. Excellent. Can warm our toes next to the fireplace, I guess. Cauldron Fiery, conversation starter for shades milling in the lounge.
Contractor, I have another job. There's not much on the menu in the lounge, but maybe this will help.
Ooh, that looks way cooler. Now we've got a cauldron on the fireplace. More food for everyone visiting, I suppose. I feel like we've already got some of the rugs, so that'll be it for now. We'll buy more stuff later, but we at least decorated a little bit further. And we've got 2500 darkness, so we're almost at that point of getting more rerolls, but I wonder, should I just... So this is what I'm talking about. Fated Persuasion, I was mistaken. I wanted Fated Authority. This is the one that lets you reroll walls, or reroll chambers, which could have potentially granted us minor finds like coins or centaur hearts instead of the boons at the end of sticks. So unfortunately, we didn't have that. I think for now, though, I'm going to let this sit. We're back on our winning streak. We've gotten our first win, and we're going to get many more. Let's talk to Skelly and call it a day for now, though. Skelemius, if you don't mind talking to us.
Less yak and more smacking, boyo. Now come on.
Okay. That's all you got? It wants us to run the sword again.
Let's test the bond between us.
Alright. I could run Aspect of Arthur again, and maybe what I go is for an Athena build, because Athena reflecting projectiles with your attacks would be pretty solid. I don't really want to play Aspect of Arthur. It was so painfully slow, but I would like one win on it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna have my redemption story with Arthur, and we'll go Athena just for safety measures.
Should help.
But with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope this is helping you sleep. I hope you are sleeping well. I love you. I'm a little disappointed that this one didn't end up being a boonless run, but we were pretty close. We also almost lost it, so there was also that to consider. But for my first playthrough in a couple days in a different space that's certainly not the most comfortable, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Could have been cleaner, wasn't, but that's okay. I was shooting myself in the foot through the whole run trying to dispose of my boons. Next time, we'll have Arthur's redemption story. I'll see you then.
Pelvis.